Don't all girls everywhere deserve a fair chance in life? A chance to live, to learn, to count, to thrive. A chance to be a girl. All over the world, whether in the United States, England, France, Kenya, India, Malawi, Thailand, girls are not given a chance. This is my mom's birth country, Colombia, and one of my favorite places in the world. But girls here are not always given a fair chance. My name is Teresa Melendez Cabeza. I'm 19 years old. After I was born, my father didn't speak with my mother. He abandoned us. My mom had to go and work, and I'd stayed home with my stepfather. He was very abusive. He always hit me with whatever he could find. My brother became a drug addict. My sister got pregnant at 15 and left the house. My hopes were to study and be someone to help my mother so that she wouldn't have to depend on him anymore. I remember that I used to go to school with ripped shoes and no uniform, but I went to school because I wanted to study. One day, when I was 10 years old, I encountered a man in his 30s. He got close to me and said, "Come with me." He said he could give me a better life. He tried to rape me, so I struck him in the back with a knife and sprinted off. I had to defend myself. My stepfather ruined everything for myself and everyone I cared about, so I went home and started to cook dinner for my stepfather like always. But I poisoned his food with rat poison. He ate all of his food with the poison and almost died. They had to cut up his entire chest, and he has to remember me every time he looks in the mirror. Just like I have to remember him from all the scars he left me with. Later, I went to live in a house with a girl I knew, where they sold a lot of drugs. They accepted me, and now I know it was because they wanted to use me, to make me a prostitute. I never wanted that. That was never me. I'm just not that girl. In that house, I encountered a man who raped me. I felt as though I was screaming, but no one could hear me. He told me that I like this, that if I was a serious person, I wouldn't be here. But I wasn't there because I wanted to be. I had nowhere else to go. When I was 13, I got pregnant. My friend said she would give me pills so that I could have an abortion. But in the process, I got a terrible infection. I wanted to be a little girl. I wanted to play with dolls. I wanted to study. I wanted so badly to study. When I was 17, I fell in love with a boy. He said he didn't care what people said because he loved me, and he took me to live in his house, where I was safe. I left the drugs, left the streets, and started a new life with him. I felt happy. We had a baby. It was a miracle because of my abortions and everything that happened in my past. And I graduated high school last year. I feel so happy because I've learned to forgive. I can't forget all the things that happened in my life, but I can forgive. It's not easy. I spent so much time in the streets, helpless. But whenever I get temptations, I just look at my son and give him a hug. My son is tremendous. He is an innocent little boy, just like I was a little girl and didn't know. But I don't want my son to suffer like I did. That's why I study, for a better future. Not everything around us is bad like I once thought. In 20 years, I see my son studying in a university. And me, I will be a great psychologist. I'm not a person with many problems anymore. I'm a person with many virtues. I am a survivor. I want to help girls like me. I will give them my testimony, my story, so they can see that they too can be survivors. Don't let anyone hurt you, physically or verbally. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There's happiness ahead. More than half of the children that are not in school are girls. Pregnancy and childbirth are the leading causes of death among girls ages 15 to 19 worldwide. Violence kills and disables as many women between the ages of 15 and 44 as cancer. Worldwide, nearly 50% of all sexual assaults are against girls 15 years or younger. As a co-chair for the National Teen Advisory Board for the United Nations Foundation's Girl Up campaign, I strive every day to change this. If we can change this fate, these girls can change their futures, their families' futures, and their communities' futures, and end the vicious cycle of poverty for the world.